Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday morning. So yesterday I turned big 50, 50, and my son greeted me in the morning and said, "Dad, you are officially 50." And I said, "Yeah, that's it, 50, half a century." So yes, as you reach certain milestones in life, you reflect and you not kind of, but you will tend to prioritize certain things in your life. So at this stage, at this mark, um, and this process started a few years back, maybe when I was 45, and you begin to realize that of all the resources that you may have, time is one of those resources that are fixed or limited in your life. There's a fixed timeline, and at a certain point, you will realize that the number of times that you have is rapidly or accelerating towards the end. It will tend to kind of climb up, and then at some point you reach a peak, and then after that it's kind of accelerated downhill. Many people say, that's like the midlife now. Others have a midlife crisis and go doing hard things and try to relive some of the fun days when they were younger. Others prioritize what's important in their life and relook and spend more time on the most essential things, most important things in their life. So at this point, time is the most important thing to me. Health, family, friends, the many friends that I have, spending time with family and friends, good nutrition to keep your health, and finding or choosing a path or a task or a mission, and so that you have a sense of purpose and fulfillment in life. That kind of for me started a few years back, but at this point when I turned 50 yesterday, it kind of cemented those things on my mind. But I don't want to talk about myself in this video. I think I want to generally talk about health and well-being, because in my last video when I talked about cancer in Papua New Guinea and especially cancer among men, that is part of the cancer story that's going or that's being, uh, will I say, being awareness being carried out in PNG within Pacific Island countries, that often we forget about cancer in men, but they are common cancers that men, as we turn the corner around age 45, 50, we need to think about our health and think about those cancers that affect us. And in my last video, you will find a description below, but let me just briefly recap. If you're watching, it will be of interest to you. That's prostate cancer, especially prostate cancer. Have a yearly check or 6 monthly check. uh, Rectal cancer, large intestine cancer, stomach cancer, liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, and for smokers, lung cancer. So in Papua New Guinea and in many of our small island countries, we still don't have the facilities to treat cancer. I know there are many projects going on to build cancer treatment facilities. For example, in Papua New Guinea, we have a major project going on establishing a national cancer center. There are other ongoing activities like that, similar in Fiji, where diagnostic facilities are set up, for example, mammogram for screening breast cancer, other blood tests for screening different kinds of cancers, and our system is trying to cope with the demand for these services. But as a medical profession, and many doctors will agree with me, some may disagree. But even in the best cancer treatment facilities in the world, cancer is a disease where there are very few cure. Most treatment are geared towards keeping the disease under control, what we call remission, and it requires ongoing monitoring. So eventually the disease to come back down the line and affect us. And that brings me to the point I started in the beginning of this video. That's our health, our individual health, which we need to take care of first and foremost. And I will touch on this beautiful Saturday morning. I want to touch on nutrition, because nutrition really plays an important role in the development of cancer. Yes, there are genetic factors that affect us. There are cancers that are common in certain ethnic groups, certain what will I say, certain like between cancers that are common in children, cancers that are common in men versus women. But all these factors can only show up, or at least promoted or triggered by our habits. And one of the most important habits is the food we eat, the kind of food we eat. Foods that are rich in sugar, excuse me, food that are rich with fried food, food that are rich in oil or fried oil, deep fried food, fast food. Such foods, food that are rich with salt, has a lot of salt. This food causes inflammation. And inflammation is the process where your tissue is broken down and the body tries to repair it. So this inflammation or inflammatory process is ongoing. It's always going on when we eat this kind of food. Ultimately, this process tend to lead to cancer. So the kind of food we eat, our nutrition, we need to eat food that will prevent or suppress or stop inflammation. And these foods are, I'm sure you have heard about it. Many people have talked about it in videos, in radio, and different kinds of promotion. And this food that we need to eat, fruits, vegetables. So the kind of food that we need to eat to stop inflammation, these are fruits, vegetables. In other words, our local food, our natural food that we grow in our gardens, our farms, and that we can buy from fresh produce. Or if we are farming from our farms, if we are living in rural areas or villages, food that we grow naturally. These are the kind of food that we should be eating more of, and cutting down on high salt food, high sugar food, high fatty food. This kind of food lead to cancer formation. Of course, this kind of food will also lead to diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and all these other so-called lifestyle diseases. But the new name now is non-communicable diseases, but they're still within the category of what we may say lifestyle. It makes us easier to relate. So coming back to the story of cancer, we can prevent cancer. Individually, we can prevent cancer with our diet, especially our diet. And so, if you're a man in my age group out there, 50, um, follow me, and let's start taking care of our health more. Focus on our health. I have a saying: health is wealth. Health is wealth. Um, so those of us fathers who are still working and who have kids that are still in school or going to colleges, we need to continue to be healthy, continue to work, um, so we can support our families, to live independent lives as our children grow up. but also we can contribute meaningfully to our society. So just want to push this word out there. Uh, take care of our health. Yes, the cancer story in the Pacific and in PNG is growing. Our health systems are trying to cope, but as individuals, let's redirect the conversation, redirect the focus back to our own health, how we live, how we choose what we eat, drink, to prevent some of those diseases that are entirely preventable. Diseases such as cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attacks, stroke, these kind of diseases that are killing our people at a very early age. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe and like and share this video if you found this video helpful to you. Until next time, bye for now.